Yo, what's up guys? Today we are reacting to this video, which is Indian songs in Hollywood films. So this is 15 Indian songs in Hollywood films. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. This is from the channel Simbly Curious, and you can check out the full video in the description. The link is always there. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go.
Western music has a strong influence on Indian cinema. There are several English songs which have been used in our films, but I'm sure many of you don't know that there are a lot of Hollywood movies which have used Indian film songs to create a dance sequence or just as a background music to establish the environment for a particular scene.
They should use more. That's what I say. Why
Welcome
wouldn't
to
they?
Simbly Curious. Today we are counting down the top 15 Indian songs that were used in Hollywood films. This is just part 1, and very soon we will be coming up with part 2.
That's great.
For those
Part
of you
two.
who saw these videos on Simbly Chumma, here is a new and updated version on Simbly Curious. Number 15, Mundiya Tu Bach Ke Rahi, from the trailer of the
Mundiya Tu Bach Ke Rahi.
film Dictator.
Dictator. That's with Borat. What's his name? Sacha Baron Cohen Baron. Sacha Cohen Baron.
In this movie's trailer, the extremely popular Mundiya Tu Bach Ke Rahi song is used, and guess what? It fits.
The rock in the building. Yes, Ma. I ain't gotta tell you, but it's your boy.
This is for the trailer, though.
Number 14, Jimmy Jimmy, from the film You Don't Mess with Zohan.
Okay, I hope this isn't a trend. These are comedy films. Why?
You Don't Mess with Zohan is an Adam Sandler film. It was quite a big hit when it was released, and it snuck this Bollywood song in the climax. Cheeky.
You should maybe try you go both, huh?
Number 13, Urvashi from the film Kadalan. Number 12, Chori Chori Hum Gori Se Pyar Karenge.
Oh, I think she got copyright. That's why we couldn't see it. Okay, Chori Chori Hum Gori. You see, the thing about copyright is that you can cut it if it's blocking the video, and then the video will be incomplete. Sadly, that's a reality.
The Guru. The Guru is a 2002 British-French-American sex comedy film. The film centers on a dance teacher who comes to America from India to pursue a normal career, but incidentally stumbles into a brief but high-profile career as a sex guru. In this film, we see Jimmy Mistry's character dancing to the song Chori Chori Hum Gori Se Pyar Karenge from the film Mela. Why that song? Well, we have also been asking the same question ever since we saw this film. Number 11, Lehro
Oh, they
Ki
didn't
Tarah
play the
Yaadein.
song.
In the film
Shaun of the Dead.
This is easily one of the most lovable zombie films ever, and Shaun of the Dead, which is based in London, did have an Indian connect as the protagonist always visits a supermarket run by an Indian. Shaun walks into the supermarket with no
Bro, this trend, oh man, there are only comedy films and very stereotypical, only involving, I hope this isn't a trend until the end, because there have been 5 already with the same pattern, and you can see how Hollywood is, what's the word, prejudice?
no idea of the zombie situation around.
But this isn't a Hollywood film, this is British, right? It's a British industry, film
And
industry.
we hear the song Lehro Ki Tarah Yaadein in the background.
Although this sets the scene, it is very, very good to set the scene.
Else, have you got any papers?
Number 10, Mera Joota Hai
Deadpool.
Japani, in the film Deadpool. This film has an Indian connect thanks to the lovable character Dopinder, a taxi driver who befriends Deadpool and has a bigger role in the second part. When Deadpool drives in his taxi, we hear the famous Mera Joota Hai Japani song in the background.
Taxi. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's disgusting.
Kind of lonesome back here.
I have to keep my hands on the wheel.
Excuse me.
You know what Hollywood does? Many times they put an Indian character or an Indian cameo just so that they can get into the Indian market easier, you know, which is very smart if you ask me. And it's nice because it promotes Indian actors, and you know, it values India. And not only that, you know, I've seen the trend happen with Hollywood putting Brazil in the middle also. Not mostly a Brazilian, it's not always a Brazilian actor, but it's a Brazilian reference or the name Brazil. They always put something there because they know that the Brazilian audience is huge, enormous. So I think they do the same thing with China, the same thing with India, you know, always. If not India, they also put Pakistan.
Dopinder.
Pool. Dead.
Number 9, Yu Hi Chala Chal Rahi
He comes back for Deadpool 2.
in Deadpool 2. Once again, in the taxi of Dopinder, we hear an Indian
He's the
song
real
in
hero.
Deadpool 2. This time, it is Rahman's song Yu Hi Chala Chal Rahi from the film Swadesh. At number 8 and number
Swadesh.
7,
Swadesh is with SRK, isn't it?
we have two songs.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Nice, Jim Carrey.
Vada Na Tod and Mera Man Tera Pyasa in the film Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind is considered by many as one of the most romantic films ever. This film
Romantic?
had two Indian songs going on in the background of a rather important scene. One was Vada Na Tod from the film Dil Tujhko Diya, and the other was Mera Man Tera Pyasa from the film Gambler.
Drink up, young man. Make the whole seduction part less repugnant. I'm just kidding.
Bro, I love Jim Carrey in serious drama movies.
You're kind of closed-mouthed, aren't you?
Sorry. Just, you know, my life isn't that.
Joel, you should come up to the Charles with me sometime. It gets frozen this time of year.
That sounds scary.
Exactly. I'll pack a picnic. A night picnic. Night picnics.
Number 6, Jaan Pehchan in Ghost World.
Ghost World.
Way before she was the Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson acted in a black comedy in 2001. This film was nominated for the Oscars for the Best Adapted Screenplay.
I had
and
no
has
idea.
become a cult film now. It actually had a sequence where the lead was dancing to Jaan Pehchan from the film Gumnam, which was sung by Mohammad Rafi. At 5th place, we have Bombay theme in the film Lord of War.
Lord of War is a great movie, guys. If you haven't watched it, it's with Nicolas Cage, and it has a very interesting plot, let's say.
Lord of War was one of Nicolas Cage's good films, and in a sequel,
One of his good films. I thought she was going to say one of his best films. But with Nicolas Cage, it's one of those things. You either love his movies or you hate his movies. And if you hate his movies, people are going to say, why? They are so bad it's good. Some of the movies. But it's interesting because Nicolas Cage, man, he has such a hit and miss type of thing. He makes so many movies. I love him. You know, he was one of my favorite actors. And if you think back to the movies that I like, then yeah, he holds most of them, like Con Air, you know, The Rock, Gone in 60 Seconds. All of these movies are like so really well executed. And Face Off, bro, Face Off, John Travolta. Oh man, those movies are awesome.
sequence where he is in Africa,
Are you a fan?
he gives a monologue about the world, the need, and existence. A rather heavy and thought-provoking monologue, we must say. And in the background, they used Mani Ratnam's Bombay theme, which was created by none other than Rahman. It did
Rahman, well, AR. This scene is so funny because they need to get rid of the plane, and he basically says we're in Africa, and in Africa they steal everything. That's basically what they're saying in this scene. If you think about it, it's a very weird remark. I've seen this been said about my country as well, Brazil, and as a Brazilian listening to that statement, I would laugh, because it's true. If you leave your phone 2 seconds on the table, it's gone. And as someone who grew up in Africa, I found it, you know, when I saw it at the first time, I was like, you know, it's funny. Thinking of it now from a different perspective, I'm like, oh, they were kind of audacious in putting that in.
Fit quite well.
But I didn't realize they had used an Indian soundtrack.
The way I looked at it, it's the way of Africa. Maybe life. Everything that comes from the earth eventually returns.
At number 4.
Do you see what I'm saying? It feels like so stereotypical. It's the way of Africa. What you see, you take. Bro, come on. Although, you know, some parts, you know, I've lived in Soweto, and if you've been there, it's really, you know, take what you have. Well, it was like that back then, like 20 years ago, and in Brazil it's the same thing. But of course, we are civilized. It's not everyone, it's just some parts.
4 and 3.
Yaru Yardi.
We have Yaro Yarodi from the film Alaipayude and Swasame from the film Tenali, both in the movie Accidental Husband. Accidental Husband is a romantic comedy and is one of the most forgettable rom-coms from Hollywood. But Indians won't forget that film anytime soon, as this film had 2 of Rahman's blockbuster songs in it. It had
Really?
Alaipayude's Yaro Yarodi and the song Swasame from Tenali, which we should say rather fit perfectly at the end of the film.
You can see that it gives a different feel, doesn't it? It's nice, man. I think Hollywood movies should use more. Inside Man is an amazing film as well. Is this Clive Owen? Is that his name? And Denzel Washington. Very intense movie. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it as well. And it's nice. They're using Chaya Chaya. I think I've heard this song before.
Chaya Chaya in Inside Man. Inside Man is easily one of the best heist films from Hollywood.
Yes.
And maybe the inspiration behind Money Heist. I personally love this film and was taken aback when I heard the title song. It was...
No, his name is not Clive Owen. Let me check his name. Inside Man cast. It's Clive Owen. Bro, I should trust my instinct. Oh, it's been a while since I haven't watched many Hollywood films.
It was none other than Rahman's famous Chaya Chaya track from the film Dil Se. Number 1,
Dil Se.
Chama Chama in Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge was
Chama
a Hollywood
Chama.
romantic musical directed by Baz Luhrmann. It's a multiple award-winning film whose songs were its highlights. And for one of the dance numbers, the famous hit song Chama Chama from the Indian film China Gate was used. A pretty amazing moment for its composer, Anu Malik, I guess. Do let us know what you think of this
Okay, guys.
list. Hit the like button, share button, and subscribe to Simbly Curious for more interesting videos.
Guys, the video is in the description. Go subscribe to her. She seems like a very talented content creator. And what do you guys think? Do you think Hollywood films should use more Indian background music? Do you feel like they're copying? Do you feel like it's a nice thing to see? You know, like, I'm gonna speak out of my experience. If I see a movie using a Brazilian soundtrack, then depending on the context, I will actually find it interesting. Like, wow, they actually used, you know, our song. But then there are some things, like, for example, you know Girl from Ipanema? Dun, 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 dun. Those are always used for elevator music. And it's quite funny, but I never stopped and thought, you know, that it I don't know. I actually find it funny. I don't find it offensive at all. I think if comedy movies used my country's music, I don't think I would be offended. Are you guys offended? I don't think you are, right? I don't know, but I think it shouldn't be a trend, you know. Only comedy movies using, you know, a country's music, because it feels like, you know, they're making fun of it. I think sometimes. I don't know. I think if only comedy movies used my country's music, I would feel a little bit patronized or a little bit degraded. I would make it feel like, you know, they're only using my music to set a funny stereotypical or make fun of it. I don't know. I would feel that depending on the situation and the scene. But I like it when they use you know, but the thing, like for example, they use samba always. They use samba and they use Girl from Ipanema, and those type of things. You're like, bro, you know, we have other songs. We have, I don't know. This video was not supposed to be controversial, but it is thought provoking sometimes. You kind of think like, is that how you see our music in terms of Brazil? You know, because all you guys maybe know is samba because of how it's being used. Like for example, you see somebody playing football, it's samba. I mean, it fits. I know it fits, but you know, samba has more to it, and we have more music. You know, we have sertanejo, we have other types of music, you know, that you could use. We also have rap, hip hop. Anyways, guys, I've been rambling too much. What did you think of this video? Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know, really let me know if Hollywood movies should use more Indian BGMs or music or songs. I think, man, if Hollywood starts using Indian background music, man, there's some background music that is really awesome. So, but also Hollywood movies have a great list of background music also. Hans Zimmer, for example, man. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. Take care for now. Bye-bye. Now you can get full access to exclusive content, special reactions to shows, series, anime, full movies, and even request a video of your choice. Just become a YouTube member or join Buy Me a Coffee today. Find out more. The link is in the description.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game.